comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, no, here comes the.
Heyo! Welcome back, everybody. We are back with episode 10. I can't believe we're already 10 weeks.
We did it! Double digits!
Double digits. Can't believe we're already 10 weeks through the football
Holy
season.
shit.
So, yeah. We're going to start this how we normally started off. These were so good last time that when I stopped to grab these this morning, I had sugar-free, and I was like, you know what? These
If you haven't had them, it is the yellow edition. It is tropical delicious. It is not sugar-free, though.
It's
So
definitely
we got
not
110
sugar-free.
calories in this.
That's okay.
Still missing the Tito's.
This would probably be really good with tea.
You think they'll have this in Mexico?
No. But we could pack it in a bag.
Yeah, the first. Yeah, we can carry it on. We can't carry it on. You can check it.
You can check it. You're checking a bag.
Yeah, I'm checking the bag.
Cheers.
I'll bring it.
Cheers. Cheers, friends.
It's so good. I almost don't want to chug it.
It's so good when it touches your lips. And this, I gotta shake it up a little bit. Bing, 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 bing.
You don't need to shake it.
It's the same every time.
Oh, I didn't get good.
Last time I took a huge one.
just
You always, why do you?
Gotta get it going.
I know, it all gets on the cap, though.
I
It's
know.
like on my finger. Oh, nope. There it is. Oh, that was a big one. It took a sec.
Oh, man.
Oh.
If you guys don't ever watch, just watch one time. And I challenge you to also do this. Let me get one more. One more.
I'm ready.
One more.
I'm ready.
We are
My
good
God.
to go. Josh. Josh. Kick it off.
Last shot at redemption, Josh. We're gonna let you push the button
No,
this week.
it's you.
No,
We're
you
not-
have to push the
We're
button.
not fucking
Not push the
around.
button.
I get too much shit. I'm going to
Yeah.
shuffle it a couple times, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
All right. If you don't know what we're doing, if it's the first time timing in here, we spin a wheel, we get a number, and we talk about the player that wore it best.
Side note.
Yeah.
I'm still embarrassed about last week.
So, shot a text to you guys. What was it like?
Yeah. Any of our loyal
Thursday,
followers.
The
Friday.
next day. It was right after.
Listening to the episode, we had the number 24. We had a lot of good 24s.
We did.
A lot of good, and we forgot one of Detroit's best.
This guy's jersey's literally autographed and framed on my basement wall.
Yep.
I look at it every day.
Yep.
Uh,
You were actually him for Halloween once.
Yep, I was.
And that's Miguel Cabrera. We just left him off the fucking list.
I drank so much scotch that night that I forgot about him altogether for the 24. So.
That's the second time this came up on this podcast.
Yep.
So shout out to Miguel.
The GOAT.
You're
We
the
love
man.
you, buddy.
Love you.
Go.
Triple Crown.
Just in case he ever watches, we're sorry.
I mean, when he watches.
Yeah, when you watch.
He's
we're
an avid
sorry.
watcher. He watches all of them. He was the one that told me, actually. He was
Put
pretty
subtitles on our.
upset about
Push
it.
the button. Touch it. Touch it. Touch it. Touch it. Touch it. Oh, yeah.
Is it spinning?
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Big money.
All right, I need to go this way.
What do we get?
Good stuff.
Ooh, let's go. I'm on a hot streak. Give me Megatron.
81.
Oh,
Give me
fuck
Calvin.
off. Oh,
We ain't forgetting another
man.
Detroit GOAT.
No, Megatron takes it no matter what we do. I'm going to look up. That would have been
Josh
mine.
is never touching that button again.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
That's fine. I'll create the wheel every week, and I'll make it happen.
You know, we
Terrell
appreciate
Owens.
you creating the wheel, yeah. Let's go into... what
Randy
the
Ward
fuck?
in
New England.
New England.
Yeah.
Or was he 80?
No, it was 81.
Was he 18 somewhere? He was 18 with the Raiders.
Ew, yeah, that was gross.
Anquan Bolden, honorable mention. Another Detroit guy for a brief period.
What's weird is I can't think of any Michigan receivers that wore 81 or state receivers.
What about other sports outside of football?
You might have a hockey. You won't
Maybe
have
a
a
hockey.
baseball. You won't
Yeah.
have a basketball.
Yep.
So I think we're pretty much sticking to who's your favorite receiver that wore 81. Terrell Owens or Kelvin Johnson, I think, are going to be the top two no matter
Torrey
what.
Holt was 80.
Torrey
Isaac
Holt.
Bruce was...
Isaac was 80. Holt was
81?
81.
I'm going to search it.
Yeah. I mean,
The best athletes who wore 81 ranker.
T.O. wore it.
I feel real good about-
in Philly.
T.O. and Calvin.
Yeah.
Randy Ward and
Tim Brown, go a little older.
Yep.
Dick Lane, a little older. Torrey Holt, you said. There we go. Marion Hossa, there's a hockey player.
Yep. I was let's say there's probably a
There's
hockey player too.
Yeah, fuck Hosa. Holt wore it too. Art
A
Monk,
lot of receivers.
Anquan. Did he wear it in Detroit?
I think he was 80 in Detroit. Definitely 81 with the Cardinals.
Anthony Carter.
Okay. Michigan great.
Yeah.
Some dogs.
He wore number 1 at Michigan. Though.
Phil Kessel. There you go. Is he from Detroit too? Right.
That's a good question.
I think he is. I think Kessel's from there.
But anyways, we all know
Solid
who takes.
number. Yeah, Megatron.
We all take.
81.
We will not forget a Detroit athlete
We will
again,
never.
especially one that we all love.
Josh will never push the button again.
And Josh is not touching anybody's button again.
I will touch as many buttons as I want to. I'm gonna spin it right now just to see what
Ooh.
I get.
Oz Hakeem.
What do you get?
I'm gonna tell you.
He's not even going to tell us.
I'll tell you.
Fucking
God, what a shit number. It was,
63.
so it went right over 52. Solid number. 48.
There you go. Yep.
I am cut off.
Josh, what number were you in high school?
I was 64.
Oh,
All right.
No one before me had it.
okay.
I wanted 77. That was like the big number. They didn't give it to me.
That's all right. That's all right. You wore 64 well.
I wore 64 as a junior, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to change it.
That's fair.
We'll leave it.
That's fair. I wore number 12.
I loved 21. I was always, obviously, 21 my whole life. Got to quarterback. Couldn't be 21, so I was always 2 or 1. 21, 2 or 1.
21.
Receiver, I was 1. Quarterback, I was 2.
Was 21 your basketball number?
21 was my basketball number. 21 was my baseball number.
Yeah.
I was like 21 too, but that was because I was a stupid Garnett fan. I love fucking that guy.
I loved Barry in college, Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
just like the way it looked.
It's a solid number.
21 looked good on you. I saw it for many years.
That was my,
Looked
baby.
Looked better off you.
All the years of softball, it was,
I see what you did there.
all the years of softball, it was part of my agreement once going to a team was, hey, jokingly,
Yeah.
you got to have 21 available.
It was. So he thought that I wore 21 because I had to wear it one year.
Yeah.
And when we started playing tournaments together, I was like, no, dude, they just gave me that jersey because
Yeah.
I just
Like,
joined this team.
He was
He's
joining
like,
my team.
"Thank
I'm like, just so you know, that's like you can't have that number. That's big to me. But luckily he wanted 12, so we worked it out.
Which was cool because I'm 1-2. He was 2-1. It worked out well.
You guys are so cute.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna switch gears here. We're gonna change it up a little bit. I don't even know. if
I'm
you know
scared.
about this.
I don't know about this.
We're gonna,
You didn't say anything.
this is a surprise. We're
Surprise,
gonna-
motherfucker.
Yeah, we're gonna touch base on a couple Detroit teams,
Okay.
the Pistons and the Wings.
Oh, all right.
Pistons.
I mean,
let's
I
go.
feel like early in the season, Pistons are surprising a lot of fucking people.
Beating the Lakers.
Yeah. So, Callie, got anything about that?
I mean, I saw something yesterday with the Pistons. When they got their third win the other night against the Lakers, it took them another 56 days to get their third win last season. So they showed Cade in the press conference, and when they brought up that stat to him, he just smiled. And you got to be, after seeing how frustrated Cade's been the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 3-5. Like, don't get
No.
crazy, but
but we're not 0-8
Yeah.
like they were last year.
you're seeing the one thing with all the Troy Weaver years, and I loved that Troy Weaver did what he did early, getting rid of Reggie Jackson, get rid of Blake Griffin, those contracts. No matter what he did and how well we tanked and whether we were lucky in the lottery or not, we just never built, like, it never seemed like we were building the proper, like, basketball team. Like, we were getting the best player available. We had so many guys that were just, like, top prospects, couldn't shoot, surrounding Cade, and right off the rip this year, you add Hardaway, you add Beasley, you add
Shooters.
Tobias Harris.
You needed that, though.
Yeah, and it's like you actually are seeing why in them playing good basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, you got some spacing. You got Cade working. You got Durant. So it's been an encouraging start to the season.
Yeah, it has. They look nice. The thing that makes me upset, I still don't think they're a great team. They're not going to make the playoffs. So seeing Hardaway is awesome.
They're in it right now
I don't
in
think,
the season.
I know. And I'll cheer him on because I think that 04 Pistons team is one of my favorite
Yep.
teams I've ever cheered for. and it just brings you back. But I think we're going to lose those players at the deadline, which is good for them.
Yep.
But it also stinks because that means
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
another year down.
we'll see, and I mean, we got a long way to go. I think it will be cool, whether it's this year, next year, whatever. We saw it with the Tigers again this year. We know what the city will do with the Pistons when they start winning, and the Pistons and the Wings both playing downtown. We haven't had a playoff team from either of them since they've been to Detroit.
Right.
Let's do it, man. I think you'll see a lot of people.
The 04 Pistons were the Palace.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Then Joe was
The Joe was
yeah,
the
they haven't
Wings.
made the playoffs there.
No, they haven't.
Oh no, they did. Blake Griffin.
Oh, you're right.
There
that
was
didn't count.
there was
You're
You're right.
there was 2 games there
Two
against the
blowouts.
Bucks.
Yeah,
Two
when Blake
blowouts.
Griffin was on one leg. Yep, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yep. But
Yep.
that didn't count.
Yeah.
That was ass.
Sweep.
Yeah, but you see our team backs. I
Yeah.
mean, look at the
The
Tigers, man.
The
They-
fan
they-
base here in Detroit
Yeah, they're
just
great.
want good sports.
they just want winners. They want good product, and they'll come out.
I've been
They'll
seeing
show
it
out.
for years too. That whole courtyard that's set up outside of Little Caesars, like it would be so cool to see one of our teams actually make the playoffs and have a chance and see that area packed
Full.
and people
Yes.
like
Yep.
you see. I think it's like Milwaukee has that outside area where everyone's out there watching the game. I want to
Yeah.
see that in Detroit.
I mean, we weren't there during basketball season, but when we went to Milwaukee, there was a concert
Yep,
in the.
there was so much buzz around the city
And
too.
Talk about
Yeah.
Milwaukee. Have they won a game yet?
I think they got one. Yeah, they're
They're
struggling. I saw that.
yeah. That meme of Doc and
Well, the Sixers and the Bucks combined wins are less than, I think they both have one. They're combined less than what the Pistons have. So they're doing great. Things are great here with
Hey.
that meme with the fire all around. Things are fine.
yeah. Everything's
So.
fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
And then you go to the Wings, and they're 500 right now. I mean, they got a tough schedule. I haven't watched too much of the Wings.
Yeah, it's
Um,
with everything going on.
Yeah,
kinda got
it's.
lost.
I mean, basketball I don't really watch till after Christmas.
Yep.
And I'm kind of in the same boat with the Wings. Obviously, you look at them to see where they're at.
Keep
They're-
an eye on
Yeah,
them.
they're 5-5 right now.
Yeah, hang around.
Yeah,
And that,
just-
I think that's what they're gonna do. And I don't watch a ton of hockey either, but like they didn't do a ton of they didn't do any splash moves in the offseason either, and people that was the
there's-
talk at the end of last
their
year.
splash move was re-signing Kane.
Sure,
right? They
but
could they
you
could
know
have
what I
done
mean.
they could have done more.
Like they didn't go get anybody.
Right.
They didn't do anything fancy. And if you don't do that, you're gonna be a same you were last year.
Yeah.
You just hope that the young
don't-
talent develops like the Tigers did.
Yeah. I mean, we do have a lot of young talent. And you
We do,
and,
100%.
you know,
That's
and-
that's the bright side, but we keep hearing about the young talent year
Touche.
after year, and it hasn't transitioned as to where the Tigers. You heard about young talent, and they put it on the field this year.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and it's tough because these guys are. Baseball's young too.
Yeah.
These guys are super young though.
I know
They
they're
they're like
draft.
18, 19.
Yeah.
Baseball you're not 18, 19. You're 21,
Yeah.
22.
So it'll be nice to see some of those younger guys in there getting some playing time.
Random because I know it's not on the itinerary today. The Tigers, I saw something yesterday that they are the only team to not have a single free agent. Like they're going through playoff team by team by team. Not a single guy on the Tigers
Is gone.
is walking in free agency. That's
And they
stalling.
have they have money to spend.
Obviously, yeah,
Are they going to spend this year?
That's the buzz. I saw them talking about either
They always-
Santander or Teoscar Hernandez or something, throwing somebody like that in the
I
lineup,
would
and it's
love
like,
it.
ooh,
I would love it.
That makes it interesting really
But
quick.
they have-
So
I just please be in the top half of spending.
yeah, I don't know about top half, but let's
Be in the
spend
middle.
anything. Let's
Be in the
spend
middle.
anything.
That's what I'm saying. Middle
Anything.
to up.
Yep.
Top
Let's-
half.
Yep.
I'm not saying you have to be the
Yep.
top 5.
I mean,
Be the average.
Yeah, give me like 10.
we'll find out
11,
this
12.
off season if it's been all talk as far as you know,
and Kelly, what do you fucking care if they spend money?
Oh,
it ain't coming
it-
out of your pocket.
100%. I've
Give
always
me-
said that.
give
I've
me
always said
something-
that about baseball.
Give me something fun to fucking watch.
I've said about baseball forever. There's no salary cap. Like
Yeah.
it ain't my luxury tax.
Right.
You see what the Dodgers
Go
are doing.
fucking
You see what
go get Soto. I
Yeah,
don't
man.
care.
And guess what? You spend it, you're gonna make it back because
Yeah, people are
if
going to
this
come to the
team
game.
is good.
Yeah, did you see your fucking playoff turnouts?
Yeah, that goes back to when they signed
Sold out crowds and
Yeah.
playoff turnouts. Yeah.
Yeah,
back
fucking
when
A.
Dombrowski, when we were getting like Prince Fielder and David Price, and people were freaking out about money.
There
It was
was
like, yeah,
day
it's not
game-
your money. Like,
Right.
And it was day games on a Thursday
Bro,
where it was sell
so-
out
yeah,
fucking
right.
crowds.
charge me $8 for a hot and ready. I don't care.
Right.
Like, give me a good team.
Verlander's on the
Because I'm
mound.
gonna get drunk enough to eat it.
yeah, exactly.
Just-
Verlander.
just make them as
on the
good as they
mound
do
was-
at the stadium. That's my next question. Because those ones,
Yeah.
those hot and readies at the actual.
My buddy worked at a Caesars in high school. Those pizzas were fucking fire.
Yeah,
when he would
man.
make them.
Yep.
Oh,
Goody.
dude,
Goody.
yeah.
Goody told us that too.
Yeah, man, they were good. Anything else Wings related? I mean, Kate's having a great season. Ivan's having a great season. Pistons are looking solid. They beat the Lakers.
Yep. And then they played tonight.
It's a big step for them.
They played
Again,
tonight at Charlotte. That's an opportunity.
And
to
it
get full
wasn't
win.
like they played the Lakers and people were sitting.
well,
Like
No.
they were all
They
in
beat the
there. They
Lakers.
beat
And-
handedly beat the Lakers.
and they led the whole way, and they actually iced the game late. So many
So,
times last
I'm
year,
glad you said
we
that.
get down to 5 minutes left, and you get that feel of, oh God, here
yeah,
it goes.
yeah.
And it's Jaden Ivey is off to a great start this year,
Mm-hmm.
and down the stretch,
Yeah, put the team on the back.
two biggest possessions of the
Couple
game.
that three.
Cade Cunningham breaks down the offense, kicks it to Ivy, hits a three. Then he breaks it down again, kicks it to Ivy, hits the floater in the lane. Like, that's big to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's big to see
it's huge.
Cade getting some help. Cade doesn't have to put the team on his back. And also just Ivy's growth.
I think
Yeah.
that was the big part about adding those veteran pieces is learning how to win.
Yep.
Because this team didn't. They were so young
Yeah.
last year, and they're still young.
Yep.
But you add those two veteran pieces that have been there, they've been around, they know how to win, you know how to close out games, and you start to see that. And like,
Yep.
basketball's streaky, right? You can if you get hot, you get hot,
Mm-hmm.
and if they fucking they can get hot.
And our, I mean, not to cut you off, but that rookie, gosh, what's his name?
Holland?
Thompson, 2
Oh,
years ago.
Azar Thompson?
Yeah, he's still injured.
So-
so we're even not,
So he's practicing again. Apparently, they're still looking for a clear from the doctor. He had blood clots.
oh shit.
Yeah, so it was actually really scary. It was kind of similar. People were worried about with like what Chris Bosh had,
Oh no shit.
but it sounds like he's on
I
the
don't
right
know.
side of it, and they're just waiting to clear. But he's been practicing full go. So, yeah, it's kind of a
Get him-
wild thing, but
get
yeah,
him
we're playing
game
with
ready.
him. Yep.
Well, all right, that was a little Detroit section there. We love all of our teams. We do, except the Spartans. But all the other teams we like. So we'll get into the Michigan
Speaking of the Spartans, notice that Illinois sign is down in our office this week.
Yes.
Weird.
Well, they're gonna get handed. But we're gonna start with the Wolverines. Callie, you were on field.
I was on the field for the Oregon game Saturday.
Tell me how the atmosphere was. How was it?
Atmosphere left a little bit to be desired,
Yeah.
and I think that's a lot to do with obviously the way the season's been, and a lot of people were kind of tails tucked, not really sure what to expect. And that's pregame.
You think they were
I was going to say, I think in the
players
second
or
half,
fans?
So I'm saying in the stands, the team still showed the same intensity. The whatever warm-ups are good. Team coming out, they were good, and it flipped right away though. Like that opening possession when we forced that fumble on the punt, the crowd woke up.
Yeah.
And then it felt like they kind of got put down when they scored late in the first half. But in the second half, my biggest takeaway from that game, and we get to, it is 28-17. We we just scored a touchdown to make it 17. We force a 3-and-out, and our defensive lineman lines up over this snapper, the long snapper on a punt, gets a penalty, automatic first down. Oregon goes and scores goes and gets a field goal. Still a 2-score game, but momentum-wise, we just had a great drive. We
Huge.
just cut it to 11. The stadium is they get all
there.
the crowds back.
Right, they're there.
We get that punt, and I looked at the photographer next to me and I said, if we go score here, this, and it's what I said last week about Oregon, their first big game on the road, their first Big Ten game on the road in that environment. We go score it on that drive, and you make that game 28-20 or 28-24, a one-score game. Oh shit, it gets real fast. And again, the thing with Michigan this year, and that's the one thing I can say about the coaching. I'm not the one that's going to harp on the quarterback situation. I'm not going to harp on the I think Sharon was put behind the 8 ball in a lot of those situations. But to say what you want, like, you can't line up wrong on a punt. And
No.
whether that's Sharon, whether that's the new special teams coach, like, shout out Jay Harbaugh. Jay Harbaugh coached our special teams for the last few years. You never had that issue. We muffed one punt return with Samaj Morgan in the Rose Bowl, and people freaked out. Like, that's a physical error, a
Correct.
muffed punt. We never had, like,
Mental,
coaching
anything, right.
errors.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Mhm.
so
Players are in the right spot. Yeah.
it's just one of those things where that's when you look at coaching, in my opinion. And a lot of people didn't see it. Oregon lined up normal, and then they went to a funky spread situation on the punt where they spread out all of their linemen to the side, kind of like a swinging gate on a field goal, and left one guy, the long snapper. Michigan had one guy, the defensive lineman, and he just stayed lined up over the long snapper because what else? He didn't know what to do. So rather than, you could have called timeout. If you see it from the side, I don't know if you do, that might be something that up top needs to say, hey. So again, out-schemed. Goes back to my biggest takeaway when Texas ran us off the field wasn't that, oh man, they were so much better than us. It was they out-schemed us.
Out-schemed us.
Outcoached.
Yeah, so it was frustrating to see that. But overall, man, Michigan showed some strides. The offense.
I felt like the whole way through. I mean, there's a lot of negative people I was watching the game with. That no, they don't got a chance, and I'm like, they can hang with them. They just gotta. They got to keep that mentality that they can.
Jair Hill was scratched pregame. Will Johnson
Right.
wasn't playing.
Yeah,
we played Zeke Berry, our nickel back.
At corner.
First time he's played outside corner
Right.
his entire career. Behind him was nothing. Like,
Right.
we've had so many corners get hurt that literally I'm looking at the depth chart and I'm like, we had 2 guys on the depth chart
Like a
left.
true freshman playing safety.
Yeah, and 2 corners left that I had never seen play a snap yet in their career, and like to go out there and to battle the way they did. Say what you want about like player Will Johnson, whether he's playing again or not, it just makes me respect Mason Graham more, Kenneth Grant more,
Yeah,
Josiah
agreed.
Stewart more. Colston Loveland balled out. Like, he had a
Oh.
great game.
He showed again that he is the best tight
I
end
don't.
in the nation.
Do you think he's holding out because of draft, or do you think he's actually injured?
I don't
It's
think he's actually
it's
hurt.
both, but
I think he's probably banged up.
Yeah.
If
So
he was,
why
If
not?
he was a sophomore, he'd
I'm
be
just
playing.
saying for draft, why not play in this game to show?
because
You don't think he needs it?
he's
No,
already
you don't need
solidified
that.
where
He's
he
in the
is,
top 10.
and again, my thing
That's just shitty though, man.
in my opinion, it's like I can't blame him if he is holding out, and
I know.
I can't blame Loveland or Mason Graham for doing what they're doing. You make your own decision whether you want to continue to play with your teammates or build up your
Well, and
draft
that's
stock.
what they're doing right now.
I
Colston Loveland is climbing into the first, maybe top 10.
Yeah, he's a beast, man.
he's an animal.
I mean, Mason Graham's climbing himself up the draft. Like they're doing that, whereas Will Johnson didn't have to.
yeah,
And I don't think neither one of them probably
I
didn't
just-
have to, but Will Johnson knows that he's probably going to be a top 5 pick.
I just think with all this money, the NIL, everything, they're getting paid.
I think
Make them fucking play the games.
I agree, but I think
Like it's no longer, hey, I'm going to get the bag. You already got the fucking bag.
the flip side with Will is he has had some injuries, and he has had a couple times this season where maybe he's gotten beat on something. And if he knows deep down that he's not playing 100% and his
He doesn't
draft
want
stock's
that
getting
tape.
hurt for
Yeah.
that reason, like the dude has, I think I heard he had a broken toe. I heard his thumb's been taped up all season under his
Right.
glove. Like, I don't know what's going on with him. The one thing that I wish they'd come out is like Sherrill Moore. They keep saying like, oh, he's working through something. He's going to play. If he does play awesome, I almost am just like, if shut it down for the season. You didn't play against Michigan State. You're not playing against Oregon.
What is he going to try to come back for Ohio State?
Yeah,
Like, is
man,
that what you're going to do?
At some point, I'm like, hey, just it is what it is. But
Yeah.
overall,
That was the frustrating part for me as well, not seeing him play in that game because
and Jair Hill was a surprise. That was
Yeah, that sucked.
we saw about 2 hours before the game. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit. I immediately
Well,
don't
that's-
tell anybody, but I might have immediately went on BetMGM and bet the over for Oregon's points. It was
Did you hit? What was it?
It was 30.5. We hit.
Yep, 38.
But
I mean, it would have hit before that garbage time touchdown, which is,
And,
people talked
uh,
about the score. They were covering until that last touchdown, and
That first tug wasn't a tug, too.
yeah,
they were going to.
Great effort. They would have scored at least a field goal.
They would have kicked a field goal.
But, yeah.
that's the end of that game, dude. It's our job to stop them. I know that, but the sense in the stadium, I don't want to sound like any type of poor loser or anything like that, and question whether would have Harbaugh or Sherrone Moore scored that touchdown. I don't think they would have. I think they would have needed it, and I think everyone in the stadium expected them to need it. Michigan had already fucking waved the white flag that whole possession.
Well, and
It
I
was
think
like
that was part of it from Lanning, like because Michigan still had that timeout, and I think he thought he was going to take it,
yeah,
and he never took it. So
Yeah.
it's like at that point, brother,
Like it's over, man.
and
It's
that's what some people tried using the timeout on the other side of the argument. Oh, you got to score. Michigan still had timeout. I said Michigan had already let 3 plays go down to the
Without
the
calling
whole play
timeout.
clock running out.
yeah.
Like the whole sense in that stadium, the fans, the sideline, everybody's. We had enough. The game's over, and you got to know too. Like people are, you start to get that feeling. The photographers all start to get closer to the 20. Everyone's ready to just fucking be done with it.
Right.
And then not only do you score a touchdown, but now you got the extra point. Now you got to do the kickoff. Now Michigan's got to come out and line up, and it added 7-8 minutes onto the game, and it was just. I thought it was very unnecessary, but
It's
whatever.
hard because you can play it both sides of the coin. Because if Michigan did it, we're like, well, fuck it, they scored.
Yep, and that's
You
it.
know what I mean, it's
For the
Oregon-
record, though, too, there are no tiebreakers that involve a lot. I
Scores.
saw a lot of buzz after about win differential points, blah blah. Blah. There are 0.
I mean, with the committees and stuff, if they're,
yeah,
if
Yeah.
they're,
that's the thing.
just seeing a 38 instead of a 31,
Yep,
looks better, I guess. I
and
don't
that's
know.
and
No,
also the
I
spread.
mean, if Michigan would have done it, I wouldn't have batted an
the
eye.
spread was
I
15
wouldn't,
and a
know
I
half.
what
wouldn't
mean?
be saying anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Spread was
You
15
gotta
and a half,
stop
so Vegas was happy.
Yeah.
Vegas was definitely happy.
I mean, what you guys think about Dylan Gabriel?
I think he's very average.
Yeah,
I think he's a great athlete.
yeah, very good quarterback. He's not Heisman.
I mean,
in my opinion.
seeing him in person,
Yeah, and
It's
I mean,
just, he was a name. I didn't really watch much Oregon. I watched a little bit of the Ohio State game.
he played like what is he, a 4th, 5th year starter? Like
I feel like he's been around forever.
You guys keep talking. I gotta take this.
he played a couple years at UCF. He played at Oklahoma. He played at Oregon. I mean, it was impressive. He controlled the game. He was under a lot of pressure. He lost one of his best receivers early, and he still, he had a great game.
Yeah.
But is he Heisman in my opinion? No, he's not
No.
Heisman. But
Who you like for Heisman this year?
I think you got to go. I'm biased. I want Travis Hunter to win it just because I think he's the best player in college football.
Me too. I like that. Woodson's been backing him too.
Yeah,
I love that.
and year in year out, there's always it's always quarterback.
Mhm.
It's always someone that, and you know what? This year there is no dominant quarterback. So if there's ever a time to give it to a guy like Travis Hunter or even like a Ashton Jeanty, this is the year that it should happen. I think, in my opinion, it's between those two guys.
You don't think Cam Ward's in there?
I think he's in there, but he's similar to Dylan Gabriel.
Miami goes undefeated.
If Miami goes undefeated, Cam Warren keeps doing what he's doing. He's probably going to win it. And again, just because we know how Heisman works, it's the quarterback.
It's a quarterback award,
Quarterback
basically.
dominated award.
I think I'm in the same boat. I'd love Gentry or Travis Hunter.
Genty or Hunter.
We'll see. The next few weeks are going to tell a lot. Just like, I mean, we just saw the Big Ten or the college football playoff rankings just came out.
BYU was ranked 4th.
Well, you can't get too worked up about it because these next 3 weeks are going to, like, every one of those top teams plays another top team. In the
Yeah.
next
Well, and
3
that's
weeks.
like this week is Elimination Sunday or Saturday for a couple teams.
Yeah,
The
100%.
Alabama LSU game, basically an elimination game.
Yeah.
You know
And-
what I mean? Like,
A lot of, like, when we went to 12 teams too, the biggest reaction was, oh, it takes away some of the value of the regular season of losses and it gives teams chances again. Well, the flip side too is every team that's in the top 20, like, their games matter this
Nah.
week. Like Indiana,
I mean, like your Oregon,
yeah,
their games really don't matter anymore.
yeah,
But like you said, now it's top 20, 25 because they still have a shot to get in.
yeah. And a team like Indiana,
Yeah.
they're complaining about being ranked 8th or 9th. I forget where they are, but
Hey,
like if it was a 14 playoff, I'd get it. You should be freaking out, Indiana, because you might get 3 Big Ten teams aren't getting in. If
Mhm.
Oregon and Ohio State split the Big Ten championship, you're not getting in.
right?
So that's where the 12-team thing makes sense. And you know what? Indiana beat Michigan this week. You beat Michigan. That's your first, like,
And who do they? But who do they have the week after?
Ohio State.
You
So-
beat them, you're gonna be
Yeah,
you're
so-
gonna be in it. You got to
Correct.
take care of business.
So
You have a
everybody
win
It
in
in
your
will-
hand.
who have they played this year though?
That's Washington.
Right, they haven't. So
Yeah. So
well,
And-
that's
and-
where if you're Michigan, like I know, like you're not playing for a playoff spot, Go be a fucking spoiler.
And that's what I mean about the top 20 teams. Not just those 20 teams, but the teams playing them.
Mm-hmm.
It matters.
It all matters, right?
Like, you better believe Michigan this whole week is saying go in Indiana and fucking
Yeah,
ruin their
let's
season.
ruin their fucking season. And
100%.
same, obviously, they're going to say the same thing for Ohio State. But
Yep.
so you brought up the college football playoff rankings. Was there anything? I don't know if you guys watched it or just checked it out. Anything that was a surprise to you, or anything that you would think would be different?
I mean, I get it, but BYU at 4 is insane to me. Like,
Yeah.
just the Big 12 is a terrible fucking division for college football. So
Do they
that-
have BYU at 4?
I'm pretty sure BYU's at 4, right?
Well, that's only because of the
Oh.
reseeding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I pulled it up here. So this has Oregon, Ohio State, Georgia, Miami
So-
as the top 4. Obviously, Ohio State would be out.
So, yeah,
They'd be 5 right now.
The point we got to talk on
Yeah.
there is that they reseed for the bracket. So BYU isn't actually the fourth best team in the
Right.
country to them, just like Ohio State.
It's just all
isn't too.
It's all Big Ten and SEC right
The
there.
top 4, no matter what, are the 4 conference winners.
and
Yeah.
that's
So
Right.
what that does is it actually, you want to, if you're not a conference winner, it puts a lot of emphasis on being the top ranked non-conference winner, which right now is Ohio State.
Yep.
Why is that important? They're the 5 seed, which means they're going to get to play a game at home, but they're also going to host the 12 seed.
12 seed.
Yeah.
Right,
The
right
12
now,
seed is
12
going to be the non-power team that gets put in.
That's what,
Usually.
Yeah, and
Jan-
just, so
well,
just,
that's-
just a comparison off that. So if you're the 5,
You're playing,
right now you get Boise. If you're the 6, you get Bama.
yeah.
Like,
and
how different is that?
and also,
100%.
and if you
It's
win,
crazy.
you know what they get if they win? BYU. So Ohio State, hey,
Yeah,
sorry you
right.
didn't make it, but you get to play Boise State at home, BYU at home.
Isn't
And
there
then-
only,
and
I
then-
think there's only going to be one home game, right?
Okay, so is it the first one then?
and then,
the-
and then
and
they
then they go
become
into the bowl
the
games.
bowls.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Bulls.
But
Yeah.
still,
But that's
it does-
huge.
yeah,
You
right.
almost want to be a 5 seed. I know, like, teams talk about wanting a first round bye, but, like, for the first time ever, you get to host a college football playoff game at home,
Yeah,
at your
especially.
home. For Ohio State, that's huge. You know how that place is.
Yep.
That place is insane. Their fans are nuts.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, with the way it works, with the conference winners having to be 1, 2, 3, and 4, the 3 and 4 are always going to be a Big 12 winner.
you got
And usually it's going to be a Big 12
Miami
winner and
wins
ACC
out.
winner. So
They'll be there, right?
So that's why 5,
Yes.
again, 5 is important because you're going to play 12,
Who's
and then
Miami
you're going to
got?
play 4. So you're going to get the worst conference winner
And
in game 2.
Miami
Yep.
has Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, and Syracuse left.
Yeah, they're going to walk through that.
Yes.
So they're
so,
like,
so they'll be.
it's going to be
undefeated.
tough for them to hop a SEC or a Big 10 team. So they're probably locked into 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then whoever the Big 12 winner is locked into 4. So yeah, the 5 seed is basically your 2 or 3. Like,
Well, here's the
that's
thing.
a good place to be.
This is the thing that I love is that Georgia, they still got some games.
Yeah.
So they're
They have a
ranked
game
3
this weekend.
They
Play
got
Tennessee, I
They
think.
got Ole Miss this week, and then they have Tennessee the week following. I mean, Massachusetts and then Georgia Tech. But like, it's not a cake for them.
Yep.
You go to Texas. I don't remember who they had.
Texas A&M's their only big one left.
They got
Yeah.
Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky, and then Texas A&M.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's exciting. The only thing I wish to see, which it will all shake out, I would like to see an Army in there.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they may, if they win, they
If
beat Notre Dame.
If
they're
they
in.
because they have they won't be. They'll be in the playoff if they win
Mm-hmm.
out, right? Because that's what do they take top 2 non-conference?
I think it's only guaranteed 1.
One is
One,
guaranteed.
But right now there's 2 in there. I mean, the other thing too is a lot of speculation before the season was do 4 Big 10 teams get in, do 4 SEC teams get in. Well, right now there's 4 of each.
Yeah, 4 of each.
So
I
I mean,
don't think they will.
But I mean, right now it's Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, and Indiana. Penn State plays no one else.
well, if Indiana loses, say if Indiana beats Michigan, they lose to Ohio State, they're 11-1. They're in.
Right.
Penn State's going to win out 11-1. They're in.
And-
Ohio State, you win out. You win the Big Ten. Whether you win or lose the Big Ten championship, you're in.
I mean, there's to a side note on that, 13 to 25, there is no more Big Ten.
Okay, that
Just-
makes sense. Makes sense.
It is crazy though if you think about it. Ohio State and Oregon could play in the Big Ten championship
And then the playoff.
and then the playoff,
Yep.
like a couple weeks apart.
So I was just talking to you about that. So they're going to play because obviously how Big Ten does it is they take the top 2 seeds, right? So they could knock Oregon down,
They could.
right? And then what's that tie break? Because their only losses are to each other.
I
Oh,
don't-
Big Ten champion will be that.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So they'll be up
Yeah,
there.
they'll take the
Conference
conference
Does Does the SEC do the same thing? So we got Georgia and Texas, or is it by
There's no divisions in SEC anymore either.
So it's the same thing as
it's
the Big
just
Ten?
Top two teams.
Top
which
two
It's
teams.
still pretty open right now. Like, I mean, Georgia,
I mean,
Texas, Tennessee.
You got Tennessee right there. Yeah, you're right.
So that Tennessee Georgia game's gonna decide a lot, and then Texas A&M's gonna decide a lot.
I would just love that Army game against
Fuck
Notre Dame.
Fuck Notre Dame.
I would love them to just beat them, and because you can't leave Notre Dame.
I don't know, man. Army's no Northern Illinois. So, you never know.
I would love it. I would fuck.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing. I thought they did pretty good on the rankings, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's week one of the rankings, so
Yeah.
it's gonna, no matter whether you have a complaint or any beef, it's
But I think
It's
it was.
gonna work itself
I think it was a lot less beef than the 4 team,
yeah, I could see
because
that.
everyone's like, oh, well, the 13, 14, 15 are going to be complaining, but it's like, no,
Yeah, 100%.
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
So we'll see. We'll hate it next year or the year after. That's fine. But as of right now, I think they did a pretty good job.
Side note: there's gonna be years in the future where Michigan, Ohio State are gonna play last game of the season.
Yep.
They're gonna play in the Big Ten championship,
Yep.
and then they're probably gonna play again in the playoff. It's very possible. So just brace yourself for that. in the
So
future.
you being, Michigan, both of you guys, how would you feel if they moved the game to midseason?
I'm very torn. My traditionalist says don't do it. You know, if that situation arises, we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. But I understand the talk of it.
So if you found out, hey, the game's been moved, would you be upset?
Yeah, I think I would.
Would you?
Deep down, I would. Yeah, that would kind of suck.
Prime time, week 6,
That would suck.
night
yeah.
game.
Yeah, it'd take away too much. So that's why I don't think
Okay.
it'll ever happen. But I understand the argument of why people may want it to, and I understand that even like competitive balance, it's tough. You got your protected rivals.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, so Michigan's protected rival is always the other best team in the Big Ten. That's tough way to go about it, but it is what it is. That's how it's always going to be.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
Well-
so happy I just saw this meme.
oh god,
No, it was just about Michigan. It says because I thought they knew their plays, and then it's Jesse Minter has the number 1 defense in
I was
the NFL
I was
now.
going to bring that up. That was
Yeah, I
going to be my
they were 23rd last season.
23rd, and they're the number
One
one.
defense in the NFL right now.
Yeah, and Mike McDonald has Seattle playing well. But I mean, it's people.
It was like perfect timing to see that meme. So
All right. So anything else about college football, or are we ready to switch to the
let's do it.
Sunday?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's not much else.
That's all. I didn't really have
Watch.
anything else other than that. You hit on the corners I wanted to talk about. Big game this week. We didn't talk about.
James Franklin fucking choked again.
Yeah,
That's kinda-
Jesus
come on,
Christ, dude.
James. Just
2
They
times
spotted you
inside
10
the
points.
God, man.
It's 10-0 at
Just-
home.
I like nothing more than seeing that.
I saw the pick
black
six.
bearded fuck lose, and
Well, I saw the pick 6, and I'm like, here we go. This is it. And then they fucking just shit the bed so bad inside the 10-yard line
Yeah.
twice.
Yep.
I mean,
0 points.
at what point do you fire him? Like, I understand, like he wins
Well-
all the other games.
I think 2 years ago they
He
gave him a
is
10-year.
1-8 now.
He just doesn't win against ranked teams.
He's now 1-8.
He was Harbs before they went on their run.
So 2 years ago they gave him a 10-year
And how
extension.
pissed were we at Hardball at that point?
Yeah, that's right. 2 years ago they gave him a 10-year extension, and when they did, a lot of opposing fans were like, "Fucking great! Like, sign that dude up for a long." And I can't take away like they recruit awesome. They're
right.
always top 15, top
Right.
20. But we also know the
1-8.
way it's been. They're gonna
1-8
lose
against top 5 teams.
Yeah, they're gonna lose the big game every time. So keep them. I'm cool with it.
All right,
Where are we going?
let's go into the Lions. I'm ready for
We
it.
can't play outside. We can't play in the cold. We can't play in inclement weather.
We're a dome team.
We're a dome team. Oh, wait.
Hey man, in the Packers' defense, they were the better team. We just executed.
Oh,
better.
right. Yeah, I know. That makes perfect sense to me as well.
I love it. Everything about it, how they all brought it up in every single press conference. Goff just,
How do you feel about Amon St. Brown's hoodie?
that was
Pregame?
sick. I loved it.
I love
What did you
seeing-
like better, his hoodie or Branch after he got ejected?
Oh man,
Because that picture is incredible.
They're both iconic.
Just throwing up the double birds to the stands.
yeah,
Those double birds might have cost him a little bit more than the hoodie.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, since we're right there,
disgusting, terrible, embarrassing for the NFL to fucking eject him.
I don't think I've ever seen an ejection.
It was so sorry.
guys-
I was very confused when it happened, and I was like, when has this ever happened?
My-
And I found out Nakua like 20 minutes before that.
But he threw a punch.
He threw a punch.
And it was a weak ass punch. He
Right.
shouldn't have been thrown on
To a
him.
right,
helmet.
but a football play, and they said that there was no sign of him letting up. And if you watch it, he turns his shoulder.
He turns.
But it's like
Shoulder and head.
Campbell talked about it too, and he goes, "Listen, if you're in that motion, I'm going to tell him every time follow through that motion because I've seen people pull up and pull something, trying not to. No, hit them,
Yep.
take your fine, do whatever.
Why-
Don't pull up."
Why it was so frustrating is because in the 1 o'clock Bills Miami game,
Yeah, I saw that too.
the same exact
It actually looked
play.
worse. It looked worse.
because he hit him with the crown of
Yep.
his helmet.
Yep.
The same exact play happened. Not to mention the Chris Olave play at a 1 o'clock game. So
It's just so
neither one of
hypocritical,
those
man.
players were ejected. Neither
Hypocritical.
one of them.
And I understand the rule. Like I made a comment about it, and someone sent me a screenshot of the NFL rulebook. And the NFL rulebook basically
that.
says they hold the right to eject a player for what Brian Branch did. The point is, they never do.
They never do.
That play happens every Sunday,
Every
2
Sunday.
to 3 times. Never results in an ejection. So
I did see that. Was that
now,
on your Facebook?
now if they fine
I
him
almost chimed in,
afterwards,
but I had to.
that's
I'd
a
block
different.
that guy.
That's a different case,
I had to
right?
refrain.
You
yeah.
can-
Oh
and-
yeah, you
you-
were over when it happened.
Yeah, my thing is like, if you fucking launch and you take a kill shot, that's what the rule's there for. It's for that malicious intent that the guy clearly, and again, a repeat offender, somebody like that, not Brian Branch, not a young and
They take
star in
out
the
our
league.
best defensive player.
What in New York. I feel like half the reason that they ejected him was because of the way he acted after immediately, not showing any remorse, kind of, because he's on Green Bay's sideline. Of course, they're saying shit to him, so he's demonstrative kind of back at him.
What is he? Right.
And what do you expect in that moment? Do you expect like? So I really think it was more the aesthetics of it being the national TV game, and the NFL was like,
Yep.
well, fuck, we're gonna show you, and that's not right. Like you don't change the rules, you don't change how
Because
you call
of
things.
one the games played.
Yeah, so
that's ridiculous.
it was embarrassing for the NFL in my opinion, and
100%.
it's just again a guy like Brian Branch, a young star in the league
yeah,
that
and
does
you're
it seems to do everything right. So
He's not in the media. You don't ever see him in trouble with the media, and not, like he's
I
the
mean,
captain of our
I'm-
fucking defense.
I mean, my thing is too is that from the Stafford playoff game when he was mic'd up talking about blah 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 is dirty, not talking about Branch, but
Yep.
whoever he was talking
Kirby,
Kirby.
about. Was it Kirby?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, 31's dirty.
Yep.
Are they creating this because that's the thing that came up and
yeah,
I when as soon as I heard that I thought of like the Dominican Sue team.
yeah,
I felt like they had a lot of late hits, kinda.
yeah.
I don't feel like this team's dirty
I
though.
don't.
They
And
finish
They're
plays
aggressive.
aggressive.
They play how you exactly how
You
you,
know
want your
what?
defense
What
to
did your
play.
coach say? You play to the echo of the whistle,
Yeah.
right?
Speaking
That's what they do.
Speaking of Kirby too, what we did when Branch got tossed was Joseph came in and kind of filled Kirby's role.
Yep.
Kirby went to Branch's role.
Right.
And then what does Kirby do?
Pick
Picks up
six.
pick six just like
Yeah.
Branch would have.
Right.
Like way to pick up your other safety
Your boy.
like that. That was
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah, awesome play. I mean, even after the whole Branch stuff, the 15 more, and then they don't even get a field goal out of it because they
Missed.
miss it. I'm like, karma's a bitch.
I don't know what I was yelling, but I was yelling obscenities.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, man. They played well. I would have liked to see them score a little bit more. Wasn't needed, obviously.
it was-
a
yeah.
dub's a dub.
Did you see LaFleur say "fuck you"?
Yeah.
to Campbell?
What was that
It was
after?
rough.
I don't know
After
when.
the fourth
It's after
down.
the fourth down, Gibbs
Gibbs
touchdown.
run.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gibbs broke that run and
He said it to Campbell.
he just said it under his
Said it
breath.
under his breath.
I saw
but
him say it, but I like.
He was on the headset, so he's probably just a little frustrated.
Yeah.
Just, I mean,
But I mean, 4th and 1. What do you want him to do? He
you
ran
see-
the ball.
You see a team get beat on fourth down, you might just like, fuck you. Like, I think that's what it was.
So
But
that
it
was-
definitely it was
Saint-
definitely that.
Saints Tutty was 4th down.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Gibbs was fourth down.
Yeah. Now you got some balloons.
damn it! What did I do?
We're celebrating the
On,
Lions.
Woo!
on Gibbs' touchdown too, Penny Sewell just collapsed the
Oh
entire
my
fucking
god,
like,
man!
dude, the biggest hole you could ever have. Just Penny just collapsed it.
I was
collapsed. He tossed him.
Laporta had a perfect block. Sewell just collapsed, and I mean Gibbs could have walked in there.
Yeah.
So I was watching. I don't know what video I was watching. They were showing the Lions gap schemes. They showed a play earlier in the game where we motioned a receiver and he came through. The down block that Penny Sewell had
Yep.
He
He's incredible,
didn't just down block and he launched him. I mean, physically picked up a grown man and threw him.
Also,
That's a D end.
If you ever want to need some motivation in your life, watch any Penny Sewell pregame.
Every week we
Oh
send
my
it to
God,
each other.
dude.
It's incredible.
Every week.
What's he always say? Tenacious
This last one, he was
aggression or something, dude. I'm just ready to fucking
this,
go.
all
this last
season.
one specifically about Green Bay. He was
Yes.
like, all off season. We had to hear them. We
Now
had to
we
hear
in
this.
they shit.
Now
Yeah.
we in they shit.
We're
Let's
in
do
their
it.
shit,
Yep,
right?
Yep.
We're
dude.
here.
Yep, it
I'm
was
ready
great.
to go.
Fucking
Give me some
goosebumps.
shoulder pads. Give me a helmet.
It was
I
great,
want
man.
to. If I said that to Chan Monday, I was like, dude, if I could go back and play with one dude, he's it.
I love it, man.
St. Brown hit another Lambeau leap post game. Goff.
Did you
had-
see him after the game too? Hitting everyone's hand, and then
Yeah.
he wouldn't
Skipping
hit
Green Bay.
Skipping Green Bay, hitting
Yeah.
the Lions.
We gotta
and
remember when he did that. Was it him that he
was
got a beer
Goff.
spilled on him?
yeah, and
Yep.
that was
Then when he blew the kiss, that was the Thursday night game.
yeah.
And then 2 years ago, the game we were at was when Jamal Williams and everybody did the Lambeau leap post game. So that's been a thing now, and the Lions fans, props to them for taking over Lambeau again.
Again.
The Honolulu wave was
Right.
was really strong. You could at the end of the game, we purposely put the volume up because you could hear the Jared Goff chants. It was-
Yeah.
Those Lambeau fans are great too. Like I've heard that they're still even in the win last year, they've still been pretty good. But man, it's been a complete dynamic shift for them. They're not used to this shit.
No, they're not. How Favre and Rodgers, they were king.
Yeah, Green Bay
Even
sent out.
even on a bad year, they were still beating Lions and whoever.
Yeah, Green Bay sent out a notification to all their season ticket holders last year to sell their season tickets to other Packers fans if they can because of what Detroit did, and we just did it again. So literally, you can look it up. It's a real thing. Green Bay put it out. Try to sell your tickets. We understand that resale sites, you can't control it, but if you're selling your tickets, try to make an effort to sign it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
If I'm selling my tickets and somebody offers me more money than somebody else,
Exactly.
They're getting it.
they're getting it.
Right, yeah.
Exactly. So
You guys
Money's
are
green, baby.
Yeah, you're not doing anything for me.
Money's green.
Yeah, so absolutely awesome. Goff had another, what was he, 75%?
18 for 22, 146 yards
Yeah, man, it just
with another Ted.
God, playing outstanding, right?
we haven't even mentioned yet Montgomery just putting the team on his back. A few big runs.
Just a
Bully ball.
Started the game and
just
ended the
a
game.
beast, dude.
Bully ball.
Yep, playing outside in the rain on grass, cool, windy day, whatever. We
And-
play in their fumble and snaps.
I was just
and-
gonna say we got to talk about how prepared they were, right?
Yeah, they said
Goff said he played with the wet ball the whole
Yep.
week,
Yep.
and it's like they had 7 drops.
It's also it's a
Love,
mentality,
man.
Yeah.
Like it's a mentality, and Dan Campbell. Like you think this team's gonna go in and crumble in some cold weather and some wind? Like not a chance. So it was awesome to see.
It was. I mean, even the receivers caught every ball.
But it's not something
In
the past you'd expect from. a
I
Lions
don't
team, so,
normally love listening to Stephen A, but
Yeah,
when he
was-
went
he
on the
was
Jared Goff
Jared
chant,
Goff's
like,
MVP.
he said, "You cannot argue with me. I don't listen to you. I won't listen to you. If the season ended today, Jared Goff is the MVP without question.
Yeah.
There's no argument."
His
He's right.
His season stat right now is
8.
74.9% completion.
Yeah, he's got 1,800 yards.
and they haven't needed him to throw the
That's
free
what I was
throws.
gonna say.
Correct.
If they do, he's there.
It reminds me a little
Correct.
of what we saw last year with Michigan.
Yeah, with JJ, absolutely.
You win the game, you dominate, and the only knocks that people have on Goff right now are that he's had 2-3 games where maybe he didn't have a ton of yards or a ton of touchdowns.
Right.
He's been so efficient.
He
man.
is.
Like that Green Bay outgained us. Like who gives a fuck? So did the Titans.
Yeah, what was the scoreboard?
Like come on.
What was the scoreboard?
That's the Green Bay.
Well,
I've seen some Green Bay people.
He
say
was
that.
interviewed on the ticket, and he made a comment, and I never put quarterback in that same category. He's like, I just had to go out there and do my job. Stop trying to do more.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I think that for a quarterback? Like
Yep.
you think lineman, all you gotta do is make your block, do whatever. But it's the quarterback, the same thing.
Yeah, you
Give
don't
what they give you. You take your read, do it, and it's like that's all he's doing.
You don't got to play hero
He
ball,
do-
man.
he doesn't
The team-
have to.
The team is. It's a great
And
team.
I think
It's a
that's why Ben
balanced-
Johnson's so good for him.
Yeah.
Like that is.
Yeah, did you see that meme with Ben Johnson and Salah in Bears,
Bears.
uniform?
Yeah.
Oh, the Bears can only wish.
Yeah, fuck them.
Oh man,
Um,
it was just another just dominant.
Yeah.
Like I loved it. Like when you run the ball right at people, it's like that's demoralizing for a defense. When they literally, you know what they're gonna do, and they fucking line up and do it.
That was the last couple first downs of the game.
Yes,
Was Everyone knew what we were doing in Montgomery. Run for first down, run for first down. Then they pass to him and he gets a first down. Like,
I know. I was like, what? Oh.
So we have 11
Okay.
picks on our team right now.
Yep.
Kirby's got 6.
Golf has what? 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Well, I'm talking defense.
Oh, okay.
I forgot what the number is.
Kirby picked off 6.
I forgot.
Brian Branch has 4, and then
So it's-
the Saginaw Valley alum
I forgot what Kirby's exact number is.
Trevor Nowinski has 1.
Well, I think Kirby is 14 or 15 in his career, and he's the first player. The only other player in the first 3 years is Ed Reed to have that many picks.
Yep.
It's wild.
And we still got the
Ed
rest
Reed's
of the
coming up for both now. Kirby Joseph and
And
Branch.
Brian
as a
Branch.
And we
player.
still got
Yeah.
half a season left.
Yep,
for
both
Kirby.
of them.
I love it, dude. And I mean, you look at everything, and it's like J-Mo's coming back. Just add another wrinkle into there.
Yep.
Oh,
Khalif, caught some balls. You saw Allen Robinson. He caught a ball.
Tim Patrick and Allen
Tim-
Robinson both.
Tim
Like,
Patrick, man.
I jokingly said, if you would have told me that we'd be week 8 or at Lambeau and we had a back-to-back catches by Allen Robinson and Tim Patrick, I'd be like,
Patrick.
what fucking team are we talking about?
right.
So,
oh, not to mention, I don't know if you guys saw the big news yesterday. It was a big day. The Lions signed to the Darius Smith.
Yeah.
big trade. Let's go.
Needed, right?
Yeah.
And I love how, again, I don't know if this is what happened, but it was like Cleveland said, we want a 4th for him.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
We want a 4th, and Brad's like, okay, I'll check back in.
We had been in talks with them since the day
Yeah.
that Hutch got hurt.
Right. We'll come back.
Yep.
And he's like, all right, I'll give you a 5th, or I'll give you a 6th.
Took a
And-
gamble, called their bluff. And
Yeah.
you wait and you wait and you wait. And
Well, a 5th and a 6th.
5th
right?
and a 6th, and we got a 7th.
Fifth next year.
We
sixth,
swapped.
sixth.
We
We
swapped
swapped
6
six
or
for
7
And
for next year.
Here's the thing. So you got to remember, our 6th pick is going to be the last pick in the draft. Their 7th pick is going to be the 4th pick in the draft.
They're like the
It's
same.
like
we
5
we
picks.
literally moved down 5, 6, 7 picks at the
right.
worst.
So we got him for a 5th.
So it's a 5th round pick. Like, don't even the 6th and 7th don't get caught up. It's 5th round pick.
And again, he's 32.
And our 5th round pick is the last pick in the. It's basically an early 6th.
Right.
Like, so
Yes.
He's 32. He's not the same player he was
What I
4
like-
years ago, but he's
what
I
I
don't want to
like.
say elite, but he's a good player.
He's an every down back. He can put his hand in the dirt. He can rush the pass. He can also stop the run.
Yes.
I didn't want
Yes.
some outside linebacker edge
That's just
specialist
right.
that
No.
because that's
I
not
would've-
what we lost.
I would have taken it on top.
I would have 100%.
But-
Ojolari, anybody
Yes,
after we
yes,
got to Darius,
yes,
I said, okay,
100%.
now we're playing with house money.
Yeah.
Bring another guy if you want to, but we really needed that
That.
first guy first. So
And I don't want people to think like it's Hutch.
Nope.
We didn't sign Hutch
no,
because he was playing elite ball.
yep.
But we did sign someone way better than anyone else that we
He's
had out
still
there.
number 3 in sacks in the leagues. He hasn't played in 3 weeks.
Well, he is. Well, you're saying Hutch.
yeah.
So is Smith coming on our team? He's number 2 in sacks behind Hutch.
And
So it's like he's
and also
pretty good,
Side note, you got Smith for next year too,
right?
so that's cool.
Right.
But-
Do we have Davenport? Was he a 2 year? Or was he a 1 year?
think he
1
was a
year.
1 year.
It was a 1 year. Pretty sure
so
it was
we-
a prove it deal.
And he didn't prove it.
Yep.
Hey,
He did his
he was
best.
Proven to get injured.
Yeah.
He did his
But
best.
we knew that. That's some of the gamble there. So I loved it. I would have liked to seen another move. I'm not going to get greedy though.
Yep.
I was
would-
gonna say we did what we need. We did what we needed.
Right.
We'll
need-
still have some waiver and some shit going on there, but yeah, we'll see. I think we still add somebody
and,
somehow.
And who's Pascal's injured, so he's going to be coming back. There's
I
going
don't
to be
know if he's coming. Like that's the one that's kind of scary.
Yeah, I'd
Just
love.
because it's more of a. It's deeper than just
Is it?
a groin injury that it was initially talked about. I think it's has something to do with his cancer screening from before.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
there was issues with that, but hopefully he's well because we do need him. Like I said, that 1 week, the week after Hutch got hurt, he played 64 of 69 defensive snaps. He was on the field
Yeah.
pretty much the entire game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I think this week is just they're going to try to put on a show this week.
Yeah, for sure. And I think going back to the signing here, even if he's not, he's going to get double teamed. Let's say he takes on the Hutch role and gets double teamed.
It's better than what we got.
How great is that for McNeil and Reader?
Yeah,
The-
I mean those
the
guys,
only pass rush we were getting was the interior. We weren't getting anything on the outside.
correct.
Yeah.
And so you just slide.
So now
right,
if
you slide left.
if you're doubling him, that just isn't one less
One of
guy.
them getting
one
the
less.
one-on-one.
Yeah. So I love all of it. They're still going to have to blitz to cause havoc back there.
I've heard some interviews with Zadarius too. He's got a major chip on his shoulder versus Green Bay and Minnesota, his former team. So
And he gets to play Green Bay again.
that was part of his favorite thing about coming back to this
Yeah.
division was playing them both twice. So Come on, man.
We have-
Like, get a chip on your shoulder against the Chiefs or something too. Let's go.
It's
Yeah.
crazy to me that he's been to so
Can we
many
hate
places.
the Eagles too?
It's crazy to me he's been so many places because I heard one of the Cleveland, they like played a clip from the Cleveland radio yesterday about how it's like what a great human being he is.
Well, we know,
And he's captain of every team he goes to.
and he's always been in our
Like
division.
stand-up guy.
He's always been in our division
Yeah.
until Cleveland. So
Right.
it feels like he's been, a guy that we've feared playing against for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm cool. Bring him.
Yeah.
He's always. I
Ask-
actually saw Tyrell Cosby. He was a former tackle for us on Twitter. He's pretty active on social media. He's a good follow. But he was talking yesterday about the years that he had to go play against Darius Smith, and he couldn't say enough good things about.
I would
Detroit
have
Aggie.
loved to hear an interview from Decker.
Yeah. That's it.
I mean,
Yeah.
how many times has he gone against him?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That would have been cool.
So
So excited. This week we have Sunday night
Yep.
with the Texans. I mean, that's going to be a great game. I'm very excited for it. I think.
I'm expecting fireworks.
Yeah, I am too.
Get us on turf Sunday night.
I don't wish,
Ooh.
but if I was not a Lions fan, I wish they would have had their receivers healthy.
Nico's
'Cause,
back.
Diggs he?
Diggs is not. Nico's back.
Diggs out for the season, right?
Yeah.
Diggs is out for the season.
But Nico's back?
Nico's cleared
So
this
I'm
week. Yeah.
so I'm excited. I'll take that. I'd like to beat him full strength too, just to try to big dick it.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it. I really like. I mean, a lot of people had these two for Super Bowl going
Yeah.
into the year. A lot of hype on it. Both have young coaches, great coaches.
I think you put us. It's
Yeah.
our first road primetime game. So I mean, a night game because the other ones we played Monday night and Sunday night at home. But we're gonna be Sunday night football at the Texans, chip on our shoulder. Let's go, and I think there's gonna be fireworks. I think we're gonna see. I got a gut feel. Bet JMO first tutty,
Yeah,
first game back.
yeah.
Let's fucking
I
do
feel
it.
like that's
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll
Run-
get to picks, but that's just my
yeah.
gut. My
Run
gut.
it up, man.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
Dallas.
I'll take it.
You run the score up. Green Bay. We run the score up.
Yeah.
Bro, come on now.
I can't believe you're a
Stop.
grown ass man in the
Stop
NFL.
us. You're getting paid how much?
In-
Stop us, pussy.
And most of it's still about the Dallas game. And the thing is, how do you not have the context of what happened last year at Dallas? Why do you think we were trying to throw
My-
touchdowns to offensive linemen? It's fucking funny.
My least favorite though was when they're like, "Well, it wasn't Dallas that did it; it was the refs." Throw linemen.
Dude.
I'm like, okay, so what are we gonna do to the fucking refs?
Then it's a fuck you to the NFL. We're going to
Right.
throw a touchdown on offensive
but
linemen.
we're gonna
It's
do
still
it.
funny.
We're gonna do it against Dallas because we played
Yeah.
in here. It makes sense.
Yeah, come on, man.
Fuck
For
off.
Green Bay not to get that, and people act like, come on.
What are we
Soft.
Yeah, we've been through a lot of
Soft.
years of getting our ass whooped. Like, come on now.
60 years of coming back at you.
Yeah.
We've been the butt end of how many jokes in the NFL?
The Titans. Did we run the score up on the Titans? We had like 200 yards of total offense. It isn't our fault you couldn't stop a punt return.
Sorry,
and
we got the
throw
ball
in
at the
pick sixes.
fucking 20.
Like, yeah, man. Come on.
Right. Yeah, our quarterback had 80 yards passing. I'm sorry.
It's such a sorry
Yeah.
perspective like that's going around. Like that's not really what the Lions are doing. So
All right, I'm just going to go into over-under just because we were talking about the Lions, and then we'll hit power rankings, hit the picks, and our dog and lock. So I got to find where I put it. So last week, one got 7, one got 6, one got 5. I was on the back end of that. Callie took 7, Duff took 6, I took 5. Callie just passed me. So to give us our, I don't know what our percentage is, but Duff has 49 correct. Callie has 44. I have 43. It was a good week. I'll go through everything. It was Goff's incompletion versus Jaden Ivey's assists. And, gosh damn
they're
it.
both pretty low.
Hang on.
Bing bong.
I had to delete.
I think Ivy had 2 assists.
And Goff only have 4 incompletions.
Yeah, so they're both pretty low.
Timeout, team. Sorry. I'm fucking things up.
Dyslexic, sorry.
No, I had to move things around and shit. Where did they go? I'm
All right,
sorry.
we'll talk to you later.
All right, Goff's incompletions was 4. I had everything written down and deleted, so I'm trying to figure out where it all went. Goff's incompletions were 4. Ivy had 2 assists.
Pass the ball.
Lions sacks versus Red Wings finals. The Lions did not have a sack. And the Wings scored 2 goals.
Yep.
The only one that's got anything wrong so far is me. I had Ivy assists. You guys,
Shocker.
all that was correct. Red Wing goalie saves versus...
Cade points.
Is that what it was?
Yep, Cade points.
for Cade points. I'm fucking this whole thing up. Cade's points. Duff had Cade. We both had goals. Shit, where are we at? Sorry, I got all my new ones here. The next one was St. Brown's receiving versus.
Hold on. We're frozen.
What?
We're frozen. Oh, just kidding. Now we're back.
Are you?
We were frozen for a second.
Right. St. Brown receiving yards versus the Pistons' final score. That was 98-56. The Pistons' score was higher. Some dumbass took St. Brown. I don't know who would have done that.
Jesus.
Monty's carries versus Jalen Duren's rebounds. That was a shit show. Duren only had 7 league low or season low. Monty had 17 carries. I also fucked up on that.
You did your best.
I did. Larkin goals versus Laporta touchdowns. I hit on that. Larkin had 2 goals. Laporta did not. Gibbs versus Josh Jacobs in rushing yards. Josh Jacobs had 95. I do not have what Gibbs has on it because it got deleted, but Jacobs has higher.
Yeah.
The only one that hit that. Then we had Lions interceptions. Yes.
Question mark?
It was, yeah, sorry. I'm reading backwards here. We had it at 1.5. You guys both took the under. I took the over. Damn it. However, Lions special teams or defense touchdowns, you guys both took under 0.05. I took the over, so that equaled out. And the last one was Goff over 255. I took my own bait. You guys did not. And, yeah, that's where we were. So this week,
Before we move on, you said St. Brown, so I just thought about that stat, which we didn't talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Goff's
Oh,
last
shit.
30 attempts to Amon-Ra St. Brown have been completed.
What an unreal stat.
That is unbelievable.
Amon-Ra St. Brown has thrown a touchdown to Jared Goff more recently than there's been a complete pass.
what
Let's
a stat.
go.
What a stat.
Just ridiculous.
All right, so thanks for working me through that. I apologize. I deleted it.
Jesus.
But we're good now. I put everything back to how it's supposed
All
to
right,
be.
here we go.
All right, so we got Goff incompletion. Am I doing shit again?
No, I was just
Oh.
excited.
Goff incompletion versus Jaden Ivey assist. Balloons?
Just kidding.
Stop it, man. Fucking A.
Incompletion is assist again?
Yep.
Who has more?
Who will have more? Oh, the game is against the Hawks in Atlanta, and we will have Red Wings on here, and that will be the Maple Leafs game in Toronto, both on Friday.
I'm riding with Goff.
Goff will have more incompletions?
Yep. 5-4.
Yep. I'm going Goff.
Josh is going with Ivy.
Oh, yeah. I'm not
He
gonna-
likes to lose.
I do. I don't like my quarterback throwing completions.
I don't either.
Apparently you do.
I mean, he doesn't
Whatever.
throw him. He only threw 4.
Whatever.
I don't think Ivory's going to pass the ball.
Lions sacks. I think we did this last week again. Versus Red Wings final. Just the Red Wings goal.
Versus the Leafs.
Just the Red Wings.
Who will have more?
Zadarius Smith's going to have his first sack.
Man, Houston's. I watched that game against the Jets. Their offensive line was
I'm
struggling.
going Lions sacks.
Struggling.
Just the Wings goals, right? Not total
Just
game?
the Wings, not total.
Yeah, I'm going to go Lions sacks.
Wings. Give me the Wings.
I'd love to say sacks. I'm going to go the Wings, though.
You're fucked.
Oh, got some Bryce Underwood news randomly. The LSU offensive coordinator has officially been offered the ECU head coaching job. He's an alumni there, and he's also been Bryce Underwood's lead recruiter.
He's coming to
And
Michigan.
the buzz, that's part of the Bryce Underwood buzz, is that's his guy. And if he leaves,
He ain't
Yeah,
going
shot.
to.
Yeah,
He ain't going to EC.
yeah, so just random. We'll talk more next week.
Red Wings goalie saves, because I don't know who it's going to be, versus CJ's pass attempts. CJ Stroud.
Oh,
Stroud.
Stroud's pass attempts. He's probably going to try to throw the ball 40 times.
We about to
Just so you
bust
know, the
that
goalie's
ass.
been in like the 35 range.
Yeah,
Yeah, our
I think
defense
he's
I just
throwing-
let's get close.
I think he's trying to throw the ball 40 times.
Our defense sucks. Wings.
Wings defense.
That's what I was talking
Wait, so what are you doing?
I'm a Stroud.
You're confusing the fuck
He's
out
with
of me.
Stroud.
I'm a Stroud.
So you're taking CJ. You're going to take CJ as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think they get behind, and
Chuck it up, dog.
I'm taking goals.
Nico's going to have about 17.
You're
Targets.
not taking goals. You're taking saves. Because if they score 38 goals in a game, we're in trouble.
So I took
Might as
CJ.
well hang him up.
All right. I'm kind of pissed that I didn't know that Nico was coming back, but we're going to take it. Tank Dell's receiving yards versus the Pistons' final score.
Pistons. Final
Pistons.
score.
You better take Tank.
No, I can't now. I'm taking Pistons.
Well, let's just switch it to Nico if you want.
No, I just having him back.
Yeah.
With him out, I was like,
Yeah.
he's going to be 100 plus.
Yeah.
But we'll do that. Monty's carries versus Duran's rebounds. I feel like it's great.
This week, huh? I think we're gonna sling it around a little bit.
I think Gibbs is going to have a day, too.
I do too.
Mm,
I'm going rebounds this week.
I'm still
Attempts?
I'm still going Monty.
Are you going? We're attempts,
Because
right?
Monty carries.
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 During rebound.
Carries.
I'm going Monty.
Yeah, I gotta stay with Monty.
I'm going Monty too.
I think
He's the closer. And
He's
your
the- that's
fourth
where-
quarter
That's,
guy.
that's what I.
that's where I see
if
him
you
pass a
eliminate
lot.
fourth quarter, I got to figure out another one that because I mean Jalen was getting like 17, 18 boards, and then now he's been in the 12, 14 range. So
Could be a Gibbs carry. It's kind of his range more.
Yeah.
like yeah, I could do that.
Future.
Laporta yards. This one's gonna be fun. Versus the starting fives points against the Knicks. Nope, against the Hawks. Who has more?
Give me the Stones, baby.
Yeah, give me the Stones.
Watch Laporta get 100 yards.
That's the one I didn't love.
I don't hate it.
I know it was. I was trying to.
Because
Could-
Laporta
it
is
could go
due.
either way.
The Laporta is due
So,
for one of those games.
It's like in the 70 to 80 ranges where they're at.
Yeah.
So I was like, he has a game. He's gonna pass it.
It's possible. In my head, I got Laporta like 55, 60.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So this is why I did not do Monty's or Gibbs carries because I have Gibbs's rushing yards versus Joe Mixon's rushing yards.
Monty.
Nope, Gibbs.
Not an option.
Gibbs versus. Mixon.
Mert.
I'm still going Gibbs. Gibbs is busting one.
That's the.
We stopped the run.
Yeah.
Although we didn't stop the run.
That's where I'm like, I would like to see us stop the run after last week. Fuck.
Gibbs.
I'm gonna go Gibbs just because like I went over on Stroud pass attempts. I think
Is-
they're gonna be pass heavy.
Is Rodrigo back this week?
Not sure.
I'm not. No, not yet.
Yeah.
I'm taking Mixon. He's on a couple of my.
He's
fantasy
been
teams.
having a
He's been
great
having a
season
good
too.
year. Lions interceptions versus Dylan Larkin goals.
You had to.
He's going to be on it.
You have to. That's okay. And for that sake, I'll take the Lions picks this week.
I'll go with Dylan.
Question mark?
I don't like it, but I will.
With an angry Brian Branch back. Picks. Picks.
He might have two himself.
He might have 6 of himself.
He really might.
Yeah. And then I have Lions. I like this one. Lions special teams touchdown. 0.05. Over under.
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 You guys both did that last week too. And that's why I am in
You
list.
should have done special teams / defense because then you.
That's what I did. Special teams defense.
Yes, it's both.
Oh, okay.
Did I not say that? What did I say?
I
You
thought
just
you
said
just
special teams.
Special teams defense. Sorry. Does that change your?
No. I don't think they have another pick six.
I am taking.
They may
it over.
have a sack
We're doing
fumble,
something.
though.
I love it. I'm
Sack
taking it.
fumbles.
Okay, this last one. This one's going to be fun. Jared Goff's passing completion percentage. Versus, does that follow that?
Yeah.
Versus J-Mo's yards.
Oh,
Fuck
so
you.
shit.
J-Mo's busting one, baby.
J-Mo's yards.
But it could only be for 40.
No, he's going for 100.
J-Mo's back.
Waymo.
It's going to be,
So that was what I was going to change. I was going to put Laporta there, and I was like, no. Because
for the record, it's going to be 76 to 72.
I hope so. I'm going.
It will be. In the
I'm going
70s,
J-Mo
I
as
bet.
well. All right, that was fun. Need some ground to make up. I'm definitely going to because I'm either going to go the other way or before you. I changed it up. We got our top fives.
Ooh, I still need this. Power rankings?
Yeah, power rankings.
I still have the Leos at number 1.
Let's go, Lions.
Yep, I kept the Chiefs. They beat a playoff team.
Yeah, fucking.
I just need them to.
You're fair.
Whatever, man.
I will until they lose.
Yeah.
You're right.
We know who you're cheering for in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
Chiefs are still my number 2.
Chiefs are number 2.
I got Detroit there. Who you got at 3?
Chiefs
Yo.
are 2. But side on the Chiefs, too. Who the fuck let them get DeAndre Hopkins for so cheap? What? Why does this always happen?
Because the Texans are.
DeAndre Hopkins postgame
Or
tweeted
the-
a picture of Randy Moss and Tom Brady.
The Titans are
Like-
utter trash.
Man.
They had 2 tugs.
And then he does the Remember the Titans celebration.
That was great.
I'm like, oh.
That's just like.
Did he have? He had more touchdowns than the Tennessee receivers, right?
He had more touchdowns than he had all season with
I know,
Tennessee.
I
Like,
know.
come on now. But yeah, Chiefs 2.
Bills 3.
My 3 is the Vikings. They were 3 last week. They won. It wasn't impressive, but they won.
I brought the Ravens back in.
That's
They're-
fair. The Ravens
they're-
are my number 4.
They're just too good.
My 4 is the Commanders still. My 5 is the Ravens, and the reason I have Ravens, who are we most scared of in the Super Bowl? Is for me, it's the Chiefs or the Ravens.
Yep.
So I got to put them there. My take on the Bills, and I've been saying this for weeks, is they've beaten the Cardinals, the Dolphins twice, the Jaguars, the Jets, the Titans, and the Seahawks. They lost to the Texans and the Ravens. So basically, any team they play with the Pulse, they've lost to. That being said, they play the Chiefs in 2 weeks. So we'll see. That the Bills got to have that.
Okay,
game
so
circled.
you had 3. You had Bills. You had Vikings still there.
Mine go Vikings, Commanders, Ravens, 3, 4, 5.
Mine is Bills, Ravens, Manders.
Okay, I have Bills at 4, and I have the Eagles there at 5.
That's
My,
fair.
my 2 teams I wrote there lurking are Bills and Eagles.
I actually, and I have Pittsburgh still there. Pittsburgh was in my top 5.
Yep.
I took them out because I put the Ravens in. They're playing. I mean, they're both playing really good.
Who do the Manders play this week? It's a big game, isn't it?
It's Pittsburgh.
Yep.
This is a big one here, and I think winner could flop in there. The other team that I'm impressed with is the Falcons, man.
yeah. I mean,
They're playing some good ball right now.
Yep.
They'll be in the playoffs, right?
my
Or they should.
piggyback or
Kirk's playing well.
piggyback off what I said about being the Chiefs and the Ravens being my only concerns. My only concern in the NFC is if the Eagles get hot, and what I'm saying there is, every week we need to cheer for Eagles to lose because they're the only team that I see as a threat to us for home field advantage in the NFC Championship.
Yep.
We don't want to go to Philly if they're rolling. So
Nope.
every week I'm going to be paying a little bit of attention, hoping for a Philly loss.
I
But
agree.
Saquon Barkley is just a special
He-
human.
Yeah.
I mean, that jump.
We already know if
backwards
Hurts is
hurdle.
if Hurts is rolling, if Saquon's
I mean,
rolling, AJ
Hurt-
Brown, they got a good team.
What did it say? Hurts hasn't rushed for a touchdown in 2 weeks,
I don't
or
know.
something. Maybe or something like that.
I don't know.
And they've won both games.
Yeah, I mean,
They could be. I mean,
we all know what they can be if they're clicking. So they're the only NFC team other than if the 49ers get on some crazy run,
I'm just.
that scares me.
I'm hoping that. I don't say scare, Eagles, and I think the Rams could get.
Rams could be. Rams could be.
They're getting healthy. They're getting people back.
Yeah.
They got a running game.
Yeah. We all know the Buccaneers have banged up receivers. We all know if the
Right.
Are we scared of the Falcons? No. Are we scared of the Commanders? I don't think so. But yeah, I could see the Rams. Rams always play us tough.
And my thing is hopefully we have home field. So who's coming to Detroit that still could win in Detroit? And I think that I'm hoping that moment gets too big for Staff if he comes here. But
Yeah.
the Eagles, they fucking
Yeah.
thumped us in Detroit 2 years ago.
Yeah. We'll see.
So, yeah. All right. Cool top 5. Jim Duff.
Yeah, we're gonna jump over to our picks. Kelly alluded that he did have a rough week. Josh also did not have a great week.
Yeah, I always
I
have
had
good
a
weeks.
pretty decent week.
I did my best.
Josh 3-5. Kelly went 2-6. I went 5-3. That brings our totals. I am 32-26. Kelly's 28-30. No, I did that math wrong. No, 28-30. That's right. And Josh is 30-28. Yes. So we're gonna kick off Thursday night. Bengals +6 at the Ravens.
What is it? What's the number?
+6.
Oh, shit.
Bengals cover.
Yeah, I think the Bengals cover. Their offense is clicking.
Yeah, they're playing good ball.
Fuck.
The Ravens.
Ravens are
did
clicking
just
too, man.
I'm going Ravens. They've been beating some teams. They
Yeah.
put up 41 last week,
Yeah,
right?
They did.
Yeah.
They
It's one of these picks. I say Bengals, and I'm like in the back of my head, I'm like Ravens are going to win this game by 20. Well, but
And we're gonna go to 9 a.m. on Sunday in Germany, I believe.
Yeah.
Giants.
Dublin, right?
Yeah.
Think so? Is that
Dublin when I
is-
see
Dublin's
you.
in Ireland, but
Oh, is it?
It is in Ireland.
Oh, well,
so
we-
it can't be both.
Can't be Dublin.
It's not in Dublin. It's in Munich.
Berlin, maybe?
Munich, that's right.
I
Munich.
thought you might have thought Berlin. Berlin's in Germany. Sounds
It's
they
in
both
Munich.
end in-
Dublin, not in Germany.
Nope.
I'm Irish.
Yeah,
It's like,
there's that Chippewa Valley
I'm Irish
education.
and German, actually. So
Giants -6 at the Panthers. The Panthers definitely cover. They may win.
Do they even have a receiver anymore?
Yeah, they got Leggett.
That's it. Yeah.
And
Is Homeboy coming back?
Did they not trade Thielen?
Thielen did not
Thielen
get
was on
traded.
IR.
Yeah, the rumor was that he was hot, being spoken about. Being
What's
traded,
that? Brooks? Is he back?
but Jonathan Brooks.
Give me him. Give me
He's
the
supposed to
Panthers.
be,
Let's
yeah.
fucking roll.
All
They're gonna
right.
fire. Dable's gonna get fired in Dublin.
I'm gonna go Giants on this one just to hopefully pick up one. You guys, fuck that.
Okay.
Did you take the Panthers?
Yeah, I took the
Oh,
Panthers.
all right.
We're gonna go to Monday night. Dolphins at Rams minus 3.5. Sorry, 2.5.
Who?
Rams.
Dolphins fucked around, almost beat the Bills.
Yeah, but the Rams are full strength.
So were the Bills.
No. What's his name? Didn't play.
Yeah, Amari Cooper didn't play.
Coops didn't play.
You're right.
So they're the old Bills
Yeah.
before the trade.
Well,
And they still beat a.
Andre Reed's not playing for the Bills either.
They played a much better.
Torrey Holt's out
They
for the
played
Rams.
a much better Miami team with
Isaac
Tua.
Bruce.
Tua is clearly
Yeah,
makes that team better.
Kurt Warner's not playing this week.
All right. Anyways, I'm taking the Rams minus 2.5. I think they.
Because Marshall Falk is playing, I'm gonna take the Rams.
I'm going with Dan Marino.
Okay, let's. We're gonna change things up because the Spartans are on a bye this week. So
I watched Ace Ventura this morning, Pet Detective. That's why Dan Marino was on the Marine.
great fucking movie.
It was on at the gym.
Laces out, Marino. We're gonna go to Michigan basketball. There is not a line on this
Let's
game.
go.
They are playing Wake Forest, so we're gonna go just Michigan money line.
Gimme the Wolverines.
Man, they look good.
They look so good
They
the
look
other
like
night.
an actual basketball team again.
I can't wait to watch them more this season.
Yep.
I'm in on.
We're all in on Michigan.
Yes, sir.
Money line against Wake Forest. Okay, let's jump over to hockey. The Red Wings play the Blackhawks tonight. Over, under,
Fucking
6 goals.
Blackhawk.
Fucking hate them.
I do too, but I'm going to take the over.
Why are you taking the Blackhawks? Wasn't even an option. What the fuck, man?
I didn't say Blackhawks.
You
I
did.
I said
He said-
Blackhawk.
Oh,
I'm taking the over, 6 goals.
Over under 6 goals. I'm also taking the over. Fuck.
I'm going under. I hate having fun.
You fucking
Red Wings are
hate
gonna win
it.
7-0. You're gonna lose.
That's
your bet.
fine.
hate it.
I don't even care. I fucking hate
Um,
the Hawks. I hope they just beat the shit out of them.
That's fair. They're going to win 6-0.
Physically
And
punching them.
nobody's going to win.
We're gonna punch.
All right, that brings us to basketball. The Detroit Pistons tonight at the Charlotte Hornets.
Give me 3 wins in a row, baby.
And they are plus 1.5, so I'm going to take the Stones on a win as well.
I'm not. They suck.
Keep saying that.
I will.
All right.
Wait, hang on. How about the Lions fucking showing up to that game against the Lakers?
12 of them.
That's
That
cool
was
to see.
sick, man.
I love. And did you hear what Montgomery said too? Like the Greg Kelser made a comment and said like, "What you're used to the last few years." He said, "I know the Lakers are what brought you out here," and Montgomery cut him off and said, "No, the Pistons are what brought me out here." And it was a Detroit thing. It was
Yeah,
cool to see.
Detroit moment, very big.
Love it.
We're going to jump back to Saturday where the Wolverines head into Indiana, who is unbeaten, and they are 14-point dogs again. I think that Oregon game was much closer than it should have been. I'm taking the Wolverines.
Give me the points, baby.
I'm taking them a straight up win, but I'll take the points. Too.
I'm going again.
They're
guys.
gonna dub. They were almost my dog this week.
I'm driving my ass there Saturday. Take pictures, drive
Yeah.
back. So pray for me.
Get a dub, baby.
Bring the dub
Ruin
home.
some seasons.
And that is going to bring us to Sunday night where your Detroit Lions
I don't
head
care what
into
the
the
spread is.
Texans. Lions were taking
Doesn't
minus
matter. Give me the
3.5.
Lions. Give me the Lions.
That is all 3 of us on boards. The spread was or is minus 3.5 right now, headed
Doesn't
into
matter.
Houston. I'm going to toss it over to Kelly.
Yeah, no, I mean it'll roll perfectly right into. I'm gonna go lock of the week first. My lock's the Lions.
Man, can't do it. Can't do it again with you. I want to pick them, but I'm not. I'm going to pick somebody different.
Give
I
me
had
'em.
the line. Well, I had
Give
them,
me
but
'em.
you already picked them. So I am going to take the Falcons.
Ooh, that's my pick.
Okay, well, I'm glad I went second then.
Fuck. I don't have another one. I'm taking it.
That's
Falcons
fine.
over
You can
Saints. Saints fired their coach.
See-
It's.
You both got Falcons as your lock.
Yep.
Josh, who's your dog?
I'm taking Steelers over Washington.
Okay, Steelers.
I just believe in Washington too much.
I know. It's
debated
just,
it.
I think that's going to be a toss-up game.
It is. I debated
So-
it, but I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm going to take my boy Baker Mayfield and the Bucks as
Love
a
it.
dog.
Love it.
Okay, my dog is. I think the Jets. They get 1.5 at Arizona. I think they
I
they
thought about
turn
that
the page
one,
a little
too.
bit against the Texans. I think they go in Arizona and win. So just for the record, too, last week I went 1-1, moved me to 5-5. Duff went 1-1, moved me to 5-5. Josh went 0-2. He lost in OT. He had the Patriots losing at the Titans.
And that's
so
the end of the Lions curse.
Josh should have 4-6. So yeah, it was the first time that the Honolulu flu didn't work.
Glad I took it. Fucking
Yeah.
A. Ruin everything, Josh.
So let's go.
You did. You ruined it. But hey, that's going to wrap it up for our episode 10. We appreciate your continued support. Thank you to all our followers.
Let's go get some free food.
We are going to go up to our meeting and get some free food. Until then, as always, go Blue, go Lions, forward down the field. Let's go. See you guys.
Girls up in my hood on the dirty like Bledsoe. Ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful. And I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full. I'm in it to win it. I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bins.